Good evening and a very happy new year to all our viewers. Welcome to our weekly program, The Week in 30 Minutes. The program that brings you a number of local headline stories making the news, prepared by our team of dedicated correspondents in the English News Department. This program highlights the main events that have recently taken place throughout Kuwait.
Our active team of reporters are keeping themselves busy around the week to cover and report on many fields in the country, such as education, culture, sports, arts, business, in addition to the events that are currently taking place in Kuwait and may concern you.
As you know from our previous episodes, our show today is going to be divided into two parts. In the first, we are going to host an interview with His Excellency Mohammed Aslam Khan, the Ambassador of Pakistan to the State of Kuwait, to discuss an important event that our team has recently covered.
And in the second part of the episode, we will broadcast our reports as we used to do. Mr. Ambassador, welcome to our show tonight and Happy New Year.
Thank you very much and Happy New Year to you as well.
Thank you. After the link, we will be back to discuss, to continue our discussion with His Excellency, the Ambassador of Pakistan. So stay tuned with us.
Welcome back. Your Excellency Ambassador Mohammed Aslam Khan, thank you very much for joining us tonight in a brand new episode of our weekly program, The Week in 30 Minutes. A very happy new year to you as well as to the Pakistani community in Kuwait and elsewhere.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Ambassador, our team had the opportunity to cover one of the important events which was organized under your kind patronage, which is a candle-lit memorial or something like that.
Exactly.
Right.
Can you please tell us more about this important event that took place?
Okay, this was, this was an event in memory of the school children, a very large number of them, and in total there were about 144 people, including the school principal, the teachers, and the children, who lost their precious lives in a terrorist attack in Peshawar on 16 December 2014. So this was the event exactly after 1 year of that tragedy which happened in Peshawar. So the Pakistani community, the school children, their parents, they gathered at the embassy to show their respect to the children who lost their lives, the innocent children, and to renew their pledge that the Pakistani nation is united to eliminate terrorism and extremism from the country. And this event actually turned out to be a turning point in Pakistan's efforts to eliminate terrorism and extremism from the country. We had been facing this problem for a few years since the situation in Afghanistan worsened in recent years, and these things spilled over into Pakistan. And we were grappling with the problem, but there were, the difference of opinion among people, how we should deal with this problem. And there were, some, as Pakistan is a democracy, as you know, different views held by different people. But this event, it actually awakened the whole nation, and it served
together.
And everybody was together, all political parties, all institutions of the country, and the government under the leadership of Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, the entire nation came together, and they planned they came up with the support of all the political parties and all the state institutions, what is called a National Action Plan. And that was approved by Pakistan's parliament with the support of everybody in the country. And they actually came up with a benchmark and a roadmap of how they will go about tackling this issue of terrorism and extremism. And the results were really, I mean, dramatic. Because if you compare the year 2015, which just passed, with the year 2014, there was, I mean, there was a dramatic difference between the two. Because in 2014, in spite of the government's efforts, the terrorism was still going on and we had a lot of problems. And in 2015, everybody could see, including our friends around us, that we had actually turned the corner in this important struggle, and we can say that we have almost defeated terrorism. Of course, there are here and there small incidents which are still occurring, but their main strongholds have been eliminated, and their backbone has been crushed.
So you feel that the tragedy has united people more than divided them?
Exactly. It became, this became a symbol, and it became a rallying point, and it became a movement as well, and a general movement, and everybody supported it. It united the entire country. So, but still, I mean, the loss of these about 135 or 36 school children,
Tragic.
their teachers, and the principal, who was a lady. I mean, it was so terrible that people cannot forget it. And that's why, in throughout Pakistan, similar events that we organized in the embassy here were held across Pakistan and also abroad by Pakistan embassies and Pakistani community. So this event was, that is the significance of the event.
Your Excellency, as you said before, this tragedy people can never forget it. We pray to God that this is maybe a turning point in defeating the terrorism in Pakistan and everywhere else.
Indeed.
Indeed. What about the other services and maybe the offers that the Embassy of Pakistan here in Kuwait can offer to its community, to the Pakistani community or the people residing in Kuwait in general?
The Pakistani embassy,
the events, maybe we can talk about the other events away from the
other
strategy.
events. Okay, yeah. The embassy, alhamdulillah, in Kuwait is very active, and we are holding a series of events. And I mean, if I talk about the year 2015, we organized. It began with a very enthralling Qawwali event. A music event at my residence, to which I invited the diplomatic corps and the Kuwaiti dignitaries. And then we had a mango exhibition last year, in Avenues Mall, which attracted thousands of people. According to some estimates, about 50,000 people visited the exhibition. And then we had, of course, the visits by Pakistani delegations here, and official delegations, high-level delegations, commercial delegations. And I would mention that in particular the visit of the Karachi Chamber. We have 35 business chambers in Pakistan, and Karachi Chamber is the largest among them. So they visited Kuwait after 13 years. And most recently, in November, we had the visit by the Sialkot Chamber, which is another hub of private sector in Pakistan.
Yes.
Then we had a big delegation of Rice Exporters Association of Pakistan. And early in December 2015, we held a very memorable event dedicated to the father of the nation, Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, here in Kuwait, on the occasion of his birth anniversary.
Yes,
so there are a series of events. I'm just mentioning a few.
Just a few.
In between, there have been so many of them. And the community itself, they hold events almost every day.
Yeah,
and
I know
sometimes, my routine is like this, that, I have an event with the diplomatic corps every day. Then I have maybe an event at least twice in a week with our friends, brothers and sisters, the Kuwaiti families, sometimes Diwaniyas, sometimes other occasions, sometimes marriages, and then the Pakistani community events, you know, and we celebrated in the month of November the birth anniversary of Allama Iqbal, the poet, and this month, in December, last month, I mean, so a lot of events were organized on the occasion of the Holy Prophet's birthday, Milad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and these events are going on. And we are going to hold another event, a big musical extravaganza on 10th of this month.
Okay.
Great. Excellency, let's watch this report which covered the memorial. I think was prepared by correspondent Salim Kandari, and then we will be back to continue our discussion. Let's watch the report.
Thank you.
On the occasion of the first anniversary of the barbaric attack on the army school in Peshawar, a candlelight memorial has been held here at the Pakistani embassy. All school children and Pakistani community have been here with their families attending the event.
You remember last year, exactly 1 year ago, this day, the terrorists attacked a school in Pakistan, in Peshawar, the Army Public School. And a large number, to be exact, 144 persons, and majority of them were children, I think about 133 or 34 school children, innocent boys and girls. They were martyred in that attack, including their teachers and the principal. So this was a turning point in Pakistan's history in the recent decades, because you know we have been facing the problem of terrorism and extremism in our country for the last about 3 decades practically, you know, since the Soviet troops entered Afghanistan, and there was one war in Afghanistan, there was another war, then there was another war, and then it spilled over into Pakistan, and we had to face a lot of problems. So after 9/11, when the United States attacked Afghanistan, you know, the phenomena of terrorism spread, and some of it also entered Pakistan. So we were facing, our forces have been countering terrorism from day one, and Pakistan has rendered sacrifices which cannot be calculated in both treasure and blood. We have lost 65,000 people, including more than 10,000 of our brave armed forces. So, but this struggle was going on, but this event last year was a turning point in the sense that, you know, before that there was the whole all the operations going on and the government was involved, but there were different opinions within Pakistan about this whole war on terror. But once this event happened, and the message was very clear for every Pakistani across the country, that, you know, there has to be, terrorism has to be defeated.
A candlelight memorial has been held here at the Pakistani embassy in commemoration of the first terrorist attack on the Army Public School in Peshawar. From the Pakistani embassy in Kuwait, this is Salim Kandari reporting for the Week in 30 Minutes.
Your Excellency, again, thank you very much for joining us this evening. At the end of our interview, we'd like to give you the last word. Maybe you can talk a little bit about Kuwait-Pakistani bilateral relations.
Thank you very much. As you know, Kuwait and Pakistan are brotherly countries, and the history of their relations goes back to even they became independent. And there are so many commonalities that you know very well. And there is tremendous amount of respect in Pakistan for the leadership of Kuwait and vice versa. And at the political level, there is a very high frequency of political high-level exchanges. And our effort is to give substance to this relationship in the sense that, you know, to raise the level of bilateral cooperation in the economic fields in harmony with the close relations that exist at the political level.
Your Excellency, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to be with us in the week in 30
Before I
minutes.
finish, you know, I would
Sure.
like to extend heartiest greetings to His Highness the Amir, the entire leadership of Kuwait, and the brothers and sisters of Kuwait, and also the Pakistani community.
Thank you
And
so
Happy
much.
New Year to all of you.
Thank you
Happy
very
New
much.
Year. Thank you for joining us tonight. And we are very happy and ready to cover any of your upcoming events, inshallah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Please stay tuned for the second part of your weekly program, The Week in 30 Minutes, which is about to begin. The Cultural Circle and the American University of Kuwait, AUK, recently announced the launching of the Cultural Circle Prize for Arabic short story, Al-Multaqa, at the premises of the AUK.
The objective of the prize is to launch a literature award from Kuwait that encourages Arabic short story writing to highlight the production of Arabic short stories on regional and international levels, promote reading, and to recognize writers of Arabic short stories locally and internationally. Reporter Ganwa Japuri brings us this story.
The Cultural Circle, in partnership with the American University of Kuwait, has launched the Cultural Circle Prize for Arabic Short Story, Al-Multaqa. The prize initiative aims to promote and encourage writers to pursue and master the art of writing Arabic short stories. Writers and publishers, both from the region and around the world, will be recognized for their creative contributions to Arabic short stories.
This is a press conference actually to launch the Multaqa Prize, that is the Cultural Circle Prize, where the American University and the Cultural Circle Prize came together, signed an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, to launch a prize to encourage basically writers who are basically write on what we call Arabic short story. And the Arabic short story is something that we believe we need to revive, and we at AUK believe that the role of the university is not just to graduate students with the hard and soft skills, but rather actually to play an effective role in the society by encouraging basically the intellectual movement in the society, and this is one of one of the many things that the university as AUK we do here in Kuwait.
The annual prize will recognize an exceptional writer or publisher who has creatively contributed to Arabic short story writing. The winner will receive US $20,000, a trophy, a certificate of recognition, and an opportunity to have their winning piece translated to English for further publication.
There is many prizes in Arabic world for the novel, and there is nothing for the short story. So I'm proud that Kuwait issues such a prize for the short story, which is written by Arabic writer, and we will be happy to get any short story collection, even if the writer is not Arabic. And the winner will get $20,000, and the short story collection will be translated to English. Cannot make a prize for writing and you put a limitation. So it is open. The writer write whatever they want, and you get the book and then there is a committee to judge this book, and there is long list, short list, and then the honor.
A jury comprised of accomplished writers, critics and professors will review the submissions and determine the winner of the prize. The prize will start accepting submissions from January the 1st, 2016 to 31st of March 2016.
Individuals who believe they are talented writers now have the opportunity of having their work exposed and acknowledged. From the American University of Kuwait, I'm Genwa Jaburi reporting to you for the week in 30 minutes.
Sponsored by Taiwan's Bureau of Foreign Trade of the Ministry of Economic Affairs, the Taiwan External Trade Development Council organized a delegation of 16 leading food and beverage companies that visited Kuwait.
Taiwan has a strong food and beverage industrial cluster with 6,000 manufacturers and with an annual production that reached $19.04 billion in the year 2014. The trade mission was welcomed by the ambassador of Honduras to the state of Kuwait, who held the trade show at his residence. Here is more on the event in this report by correspondent Salam Al-Kandiri.
Taiwan Food Trade Mission to the Middle East 2015 continues, and here in Kuwait, those various Taiwanese companies are looking for new ventures with Kuwaiti counterparts.
This event is we are working very close with Taiwan. We are preparing a meeting, a commercial meeting and trip to Honduras. This delegation are going to Honduras very soon, and we are working on that way. Taiwan have a lot of investment in Honduras, and for this reason they are buyers from our product there in Honduras and invest in many companies there.
Country's food is we have a high quality, and all the food with a halal certificate. And also our company, we have a FSSC. Normally our company doing with a big long chain store like Starbucks, McDonald's. So the quantity is very, very good. So no need to worry about the Taiwanese food.
Part of the Taiwan Food Trade Mission 2015 to the Middle East, Honduras Embassy and Taiwanese companies held this food exhibition to showcase the various companies that is related to food. From the Honduras Embassy, this is Salam Kendiri reporting for the week in 30 minutes.
In our next report, the Elite Real Estate Exhibition and Conference recently kicked off at the Kuwait International Fairgrounds, showcasing more than 200 projects from around the globe.
72 real estate companies participated in the exhibition and conference that was hosted and organized by Iscan Global. The exhibition attracted a large number of real estate buyers and potential home buyers. Reporter Genwa Jaburi has more in the following report.
International real estate and property is currently on the rise for several reasons, and individuals seem to be interested in wishing to secure international property. Some for investment purposes, and others simply want to own property that has the potential to offer them a permanent holiday destination.
The Elite Real Estate Exhibition, it's the 10th times that we do it. Thank God that this time and the last time was the best exhibitions ever. The last 3 months there have been like in Kuwait, there is a lot of real estate exhibition lately. But as Iskan Global Group, we have done a really good job. Of course, we took this feedback from the real estate companies. As a Iskan Global Group now, we are top real estate exhibition organizers in Kuwait right now. And now we are thinking about getting out of Kuwait. We have now opened like 3 new branches, Iskan Global Group in Qatar and Iskan Global Group in Abu Dhabi and Iskan Global Group in Cairo.
Well, Cornerstone have brought 3 new developments to the show. We've got developments in Leicester, 2 developments in London, ranging anywhere between about £120,000 to £3.5 million. So we've got all bases covered. It's been a good show for us so far. We've done a number of sales and the show has been busy, which is, the sole reason we always come through with Iskan.
Today's elite real estate exhibition has attracted a number of people who are exploring their options in countries around the world, such as Europe, the Middle East, Africa and neighboring states.
We have properties in Dubai and they are affordable properties. These affordable properties, they're less volatile. When these up-down fluctuations happen in the market, we're more stable because especially in Dubai, it's 75% of the people living in Dubai are renting. So because they're renting, they need a place to stay no matter what and they want somewhere affordable. And our properties are, affordable, but they offer nice quality, nice finishing, nice materials, and people are attracted to that, especially from Kuwait as an investment.
According to some of the exhibitors, the current edition of the Elite Real Estate Exhibition has seen an increase of potential home buyers coming forward wishing to purchase property internationally for varied reasons. The Elite Real Estate Exhibition has been succeeding at inspiring people to come forward and have a look at international properties. From the Mishref Fairgrounds, I'm Gemma Jaburi, reporting to you for the week in 30 minutes.
With these reports, we have reached the end of our episode of The Week in 30 Minutes. We will wait for you, our viewers, next week at the same time, as our colleagues of reporters will continue their search in bringing you the stories making the news in the state of Kuwait.
To meet your best expectations, we would love to receive your significant feedback on the stories we covered today. We also encourage your kind invitation to attend and to cover important local events that matter most to you.
For better communication, email us your suggestions and invitations for events at moikuwaitnews@gmail.com. Also, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at MOI Kuwait News. And for a chance to see our reports once again, you can visit our YouTube channel at MOI Kuwait News.
Thank you for joining us tonight. See you next week with more entertaining reports as well as exclusive interviews.
We will be waiting for you. Have a good night.
Good night.